Today we are making a birthday 12 by 12 two-page layout. I used Cricut to plan and put this together. I was inspired by Cricut design. I am using today the Celebrations line along with the Back to Basics collection along with her bits, KNC's bits and pieces part for my ephemera on the page. Before I even started, this is page 1. Here's page 1. Hopefully I can get you a good look at it. And then here is page 2. This is a little bit of a multimedia page. I want to bring the focus here. This is a chipboard cutout, which I used some of Lisa Horton's ink to daub with a dauber. I'll get you the color because I forget the color. And then I adhered it to my birthday cake. If you take a look at the pages together, you'll see that it creates a birthday cake with candles on a serving platter and a table. I thought it was really cute. So we'll go ahead and get started with putting it together. Supplies that you are going to need is a Cricut if you have to start from the beginning. I used my Cricut to cut out the pages. You're going to need 2 light blue pages. You can either use this light blue here or this darker blue. I am going to use the lighter blue because I liked the lighter blue. And then all of the parts and pieces were cut out for it to be put together. So we will go ahead and start putting this together. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we are going to take this banner here and we are going to adhere it to this upper right corner. We're going to kind of start in the corner and we're going to kind of get it along the top here. And that's the first thing we're going to do for this page. If you feel that you want to pop it up using some pop dots, you can. I choose to use the Aleene's tacky glue. It is very versatile. I enjoy it. And I keep my bottle kind of upside down in a container to keep it going. But we're going to put some glue on the back of it. We're going to glue it along the top right corner here, kind of starting in the corner. We're going to go ahead and put that down. Okay. Next step is we're going to build the tablecloth for this. The tablecloth is made up of several different pieces. The first piece being an orange piece like this. We're going to go ahead and take this piece and we're going to adhere it down like that. And then the second orange piece is going to go on page 2. So it's going to look like a tablecloth. You'll see how they go together like this to create our tablecloth. All right, so we're going to go ahead and adhere this piece down. And be careful to line up the corners here. We want to make sure that the corners match. Okay, and then we are going to take our tray and we're going to do the same thing and we're going to just line it up, making sure that the corners match. That's the beauty of using a wet glue, is it can slide your paper, make sure that it gets where you need it to go. There we go. Then you're going to do the same thing for page 2. We're going to take page 2 here, and we're going to take it, and we're going to adhere the orange and then the cake tray. So here goes our tablecloth. Again, making sure that you line up the corners. You want them to touch. Then we're going to take the tablecloth, which is the polka dotted piece, and do the exact same thing, lining up those corners. And we'll take this and we'll set it aside. Next thing we're going to work on is we're going to build our cake. Okay, so our cake is built just kind of like the same way. You want to match up the cake parts. You want to make sure that you're matching your corners. So one of the pieces is going to go like this. So it looks like a little piece of cake with frosting. And then the other piece is going to go on top of the other one, like so. And it's going to have little frosting on it. So go ahead and assemble that. Making sure we're lining up our corners here. Want to make sure that they're nice and lined up. And line up your edges. Like so. And then you repeat with the other side. Remember that your straight edges are going to match your straight edge of your paper. So you want the straight edge to match the straight edge here. Match your corners, making sure that your corners are all put together. If you get any little excess glue, just wipe it up. Okay, so here we go. We're going to take again, making sure that we're watching our corners. We're going to put our cake right here in the corner there. And our cake is going to turn and go right here. And the same thing with page 2. We're going to take it and we're going to glue the cake onto page 2, matching our corners, making sure that the corners go where together, like that. And there we have a piece of cake on a tablecloth and a tray. Okay. The next step we're going to do is we're going to build our candles now. The Celebrations line comes double-sided. There's 2 sides to it. I picked the side that I like the most. And we're just going to build the candle just like it is. You're going to take your glue, you're going to adhere it to your candle sticks and glue it onto your candle shadow like so. And then we're going to add the little wax melt to the side of the candle. Oops. I'm going to add it this way. Make sure that the wax melt side is there, not the lip side. You want to try and leave about 1/4 of an inch shadow. And then you're going to go ahead and adhere your wax melt onto the top, right on top of your little thing. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to adhere your flame. It's going to go right here to the top of the candle, and then you're going to adhere your little extra part there. You'll see that there's this little gap right here. You want to go ahead and build that gap, and you're going to repeat this 5 times. You're going to build 5 candles. So let me go ahead and do that, and I will be right back with you, and we'll just go ahead and speed up the camera during this time.
How do you do that? How do you do that, Mom?
Hey, Glenn.
Are you going fast?
Okay, Glenn, come here.
And ta-da! We have a candle.
Why is he trying to even watch Surf's Up on YouTube?
After we build our candles, we're going to go ahead and adhere our candles to our cake and tray. Just kind of lay them out how you want them. Lost one underneath my paper. Okay. I put 3 on one side and 2 on the other. It's really kind of up to you where you want to put them. And you could put them on top of the cake if you want them coming onto the cake. I kind of put them above my cake. And it's kind of a preference for what you want to do. So we'll go ahead and glue those down. Okay, and the next thing we're going to go ahead and build is we're going to go ahead and work on the gift that will go right here. Actually, we're going to work on the party hat that's going to go right here in this place right here. So we're going to go ahead and set this aside and get out the party hat. Okay, so right now we're going to go ahead and make the party hat. The party hat comes in several different pieces. We're going to start with this white piece right here, and then we're going to take the shadow of the outline and we are going to glue that onto there. We're going to go ahead, apply glue. Okay, and then we're going to use the pattern piece and we're going to apply the pattern piece. We're going to leave an 1/8 of an inch border all the way around. Okay, and then we're going to add the pom-pom. And it fits exactly on top of it. There's no border, so it just fits exactly on top of the pattern piece. Okay, and now we're going to take these letters and we're going to glue those in the right places. So we're going to take the M and it's going to go here, and then we're going to continue to go on. I like to wait to put the A on until I get the top done and this, so I know where to put it. So now I know where to put that little A right there. I'm going to go ahead and Put the A here. Okay, and now we're going to go ahead and add the red letters to this. You want a little bit of a border around it. Almost glued my S on upside down. So the party hat and the word is going to go kind of kitty corner right here on the page. It's okay that it covers up the candle because you're layering it. So we're going to go ahead and adhere it down here. So now that it's here, again, we're going to add the 2 photo boxes here. We're going to grab the one with the shadows for the 2 photo boxes. We're going to put that out right there. Let me go ahead and pull out those supplies. We'll put that aside here, and we're going to go ahead and build our 2 boxes. Here is the shadow, the colors, and then the 2 pages. So we're going to go ahead and take the colors, and you could play with it. You could put the colors this way, or you could put the colors this way. It's really up to you how you want to do it. I'm going to put the colors this way just so I could have the purple there, and we're going to just adhere some glue here. And you're going to leave a border around your square that we're going to glue down. This one you can glue down all the way. This one here, I would not put glue in this corner. I would put hold off on that until I put my pictures on it. The size of the pictures is 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. To hold the place, I went ahead and made a little white square to go there, so it would be 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. Let me get a So I leave a little bit of a gap so that I can fit my photo underneath of there when it's time. Okay. So then this is where the photo would go, the 3 3/4 by 3 3/4 if you were putting your photos on. So
Before I forget. Oh, pancakes are done.
okay, and so then this piece would go right here. Like that. We'll go ahead and adhere that down.
There are no more pancakes.
You finished it?
Yep.
Right as my, drink.
Sure.
Thank you, Father. Just in case,
Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and set this aside and we're going to work on page 2. So it would look like this when it's all complete. You're going to add more ephemera to it, and we'll do that in a minute once we're done with all of it. But for right now, we've got page 1. So we're going to go ahead and set that aside. We'll put that over here. Now we're going to work on page 2, where you're going to assemble the gift. So again, it goes here. Okay, so we'll go ahead and put the gift here. We're going to take the gift and we're going to put it right here. Making sure that there's the border around it. Then we'll go ahead and add the ribbon. That lines up directly with the top and the bottom. Beauty of a wet glue is you can move it around just a little bit before it dries. And then we're going to go ahead and adhere the top of the box. So that's our little gift. We're going to go ahead and take that. That's going to go in this corner right here, and I just kind of put it at an angle right here. The next thing you're going to want to add is a tag. And if you wanted to pop that up, you could put a little three-dimensional behind it if you really wanted it to oomph. So in English it says it's your day. In Spanish is es tu día. If I can get it to focus. Maybe not. There we go. Es tu día. Okay, and then the next thing we're going to build is the photos. This is the 3 photos. We're going to go ahead and put those 3 photos right here. We're going to go ahead and build that piece. Okay, so here we go. We've got the shadow box, and then you're going to go ahead and place your colors here. And with it being two-sided, you could pick either that side or that side. I'm going to choose this side to give it a little bit more color. Since my background is blue, I'm going to prefer to use this green. And then, of course, there's purple because my cake is purple. So we're going to go ahead and add this here. And then, of course, it's your 3 3/4 by 3 3/4 photo. It's going to be placed there. So then it would go together like this. And it is up to you if you want to do that. You could take your border and you could put this on top of all of that. It's kind of up to you on what you want to do, or you can go and make it be a little bit of a stage, kind of like this, if that's what you would like to do as well, depending upon your photos. I like to not cover up my photos so much, so I'm going to try and do it this way. So let's go ahead and build it. I'm making sure that I'm leaving that 1/4 of an inch, 1/8 of an inch border here. I'm going to cover up that kind of icky corner there. Leaving a little bit of that glue exposed, so I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do. Not glue down that corner completely while I'm trying to figure out where to put my photos. Probably slide that one right under there like that. Okay, and then the same thing here. I'm going to use, you can either use the blue or the green. I prefer the green. Put the smudgy corner there. So then it would look like that, and then we're going to take it and we're going to adhere it to page 2. It's going to go on page 2 kind of like this there, and you just kind of put it where you want it. It will look like this. Now we're going to take the bits and pieces and we're going to start decorating with the bits and pieces and put pieces where you want. So maybe a horn right there, maybe another little gift right here. Put a balloon right here. There's several different kinds of balloons. If you don't like that balloon, maybe you could take this balloon and put this balloon here, if that's what you'd like. Okay. So I've got a party favor here and a party favor here, and then I'm going to put a couple of the party hats from our bits and pieces here. And we're going to put the 2 hats right here. Again, if you want to pop them up, you can pop them up. That's what they would look like if they were popped up. So we're going to go ahead and adhere those on. I did not want to pop them up. I felt that they didn't need it, so we're going to put the green one kind of here. And then we're going to put the pink one kind of right here. And this is the finished version of page 2. So we've got a finished version of page 2. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and page 1. I'm going to add the ephemera for page 1.
Come on, come back in.
So page 1, I had the birthday cake, and I went ahead and I did pop that up because I felt it needed to be kind of raised up over everything. So we're going to go ahead and go 2 little pop dots on that, so that way it can stay up. So there's a 1, 2. If you feel that it needs more, you can put more in there. So I'm just going to go ahead and take those. We're going to put this kind of like an angle to fill up this little space right here. And then for this one, we're going to go ahead and adhere one of the balloons. You can have your choice of the balloons. For this second page, I tried to use these balloons, but I didn't like the way it looked. It's kind of up to you if you'd like to do it. You could use the heart balloon if you have it. If you want to use the heart balloon, you could put the heart balloon here. That kind of looked kind of cute and filled up the space with the heart balloon. For my first original, I went ahead and used the small balloon here. I'm going to go ahead and put the heart on this one just to make this one a little bit different. And I think I will pop this one up as well. So I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of a pop up for this one. Sorry, I lost my pop dots. So we'll go ahead and grab a pop dot here. And we'll pop up that little heart balloon wherever it went. So I went ahead and popped that up right here. And I'm going to put a little bit of glue on this little tail here so that the little tail stays down. I don't want it to pop up because it's a string. So I got that there. Okay, and then that is all of it. So this is what page 1 will look like. Okay, thank you for joining me. I hope to see you next time. Bye.